everybody. Welcome to our Blade and Soul Legends Reborn event preview. My name is Linda. I'm your host of this segment. I want to wish you all happy Friday. Woohoo! I know it's not our usual broadcast time. We had to make a small adjustment, but don't get too used to it. You know, we're going to be back to our usual Thursdays for these types of live streams. So this week, or today, we're going to be talking about the events that's coming next week, April 10th, when the update drops, the event update drops. There are skill changes with that. Mentioning the events I was talking about, we have the Ring of Reckoning event, along with the Desolate Mausoleum. There you go. During our rehearsal, I was talking to Brett. I just couldn't get that word out. I was born here, I swear. I swear. That's basically the overview of the show. So I'm going to go ahead and let our cute boys introduce themselves before we go on.
Hello.
Say hi to the chat, cute boys.
I'm Cyan, Justin.
Hello, I'm Brett Jaxel, localization writer for Blade and Soul.
Well, thank you both for being here today, and I'm sure the chat appreciates the nice faces, so I don't have to stare at mine.
You have a lovely face.
Oh, thank you. I tried really hard today. I wanted to look good for everybody, look good for you guys too, and all that.
Thank you.
Great, Jess. Oh, thank you, Justin. So before we jump in, I want to remind you all that we still have events going on right now. The Awakened Raid event, where you can get additional rewards in some of the weekly challenges, and along with the Blossoming Soul event. So don't forget, pick up every day in the Hung Moon store your free
Hung Moon pouch.
I think it's called the Ascension pouch.
Ascension pouch. There we go.
Hung Moon Ascension pouch.
It's definitely Friday.
Yeah. And that event will end next week, April 10th, but you'll still be able to use all the event currency you've gained in the meantime until May 8th. All right, let's jump into the new event dungeons, the Legends Reborn.
Legends Reborn.
So Justin, tell me about the Ring of Reckoning.
All right, so Ring of Reckoning, it's basically a solo dungeon that you're going to be able to do every single day, basically. You're going to originally get the quest letter from the J menu, the quest journal. It'll probably be somewhere towards the bottom. I already picked it up, so you won't see it in my list. But basically, you're going to come to Mushin's Tower here, talk to this guy, Kyung Wang, get his quest.
He has a couple different.
Yeah, there's a couple quests that you can see here. There's 3 of them.
Oh, it is 3 dailies.
3 dailies. Enter through here. We have super duper new GM weapons, so it will die very quickly. But the objective of this dungeon is to basically kill the Sacred Longui. You're going to kill various stages of them. If you're able to defeat each stage, you'll be able to go to the next one. It gets increasingly more difficult as you progress through the stages. Stage 4 is going to be the last stage. It's going to be super difficult, as you can see here. Pretty easy. It's a bit themed like MSP, Mr. Sacred Longui here, but it's a much smaller version. So I'll just go ahead and jump right in here.
Well, that was cheating, Justin.
Do a little bit of damage.
Just a friendly reminder, we are on our internal QA server, so none of this is live. You may see some like funkiness with this, but it'll probably be updated and live, and continue to put out fixes through there. And I like to say that Justin's cheating because he's using a special weapon that allows him to kind of one-shot these
definitely
critters.
GM weapons.
It's a super GM weapon.
Is it really
super
called?
GM. I have a super GM gem as well.
Oh
Grand
my
Slash
goodness.
You don't even have any soul badges on.
Anyway, so I defeated the first one. As you can see, I completed a daily here. The rewards aren't super duper, but that's okay. We have some more dailies to do.
There's 3 dailies.
Do you think eventually you'll fight the entire Longui's family? You know how you see his family at Moon Refuge? I wonder if like his kids or his uncle or whoever those are will get like...
Kind of like the 3 bears
frustrated.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get that reference, but that's okay.
Goldilocks? 3 bears?
I don't think she murdered all of them.
Well, I wasn't saying that, but you're like, dude, you didn't have to use the M word, all right?
All right, knocked out, I guess. I don't know. Is this a
And showing
team
one of
rated game?
the event currencies there.
Yep, so I just defeated the second stage. Here's one of the new event currencies, Legendary Orb. We'll show you the rewards here in a minute, so hang tight. So I'll complete this one as well. So I'll kill stage 3. He has 7 million HP. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, no problem. And this
I
is a
have,
solo instance for level 55 and up.
Yeah. So now we're going on to stage 4. Stage 4 is quite difficult. And like it really is going to be extremely difficult. As you can see, he went from 7 million HP to 236 million. So some pretty elite people are going to really struggle with taking this guy down. I'm not going to kill him here right now. I don't want to reveal anything that he might be doing. But he's a bad boy. You also get an achievement for defeating him. If you can defeat him under a minute 50, you're going to unlock this achievement right here with a new title, Reckoner. And that's pretty much it for Ring of Reckoning.
So in this event preview, you're going to see that there are 2 types of event currencies. You saw Justin pick up the first one, the legendary orbs. And
Oh, yes.
there is also the resurgence emblems, and those are only given out in the much more difficult instances, like fighting this particular boss and the other events that Brett will get into.
One thing I forgot to mention real quick, when you defeat this version, there's a chance for a pig or a golden pig to spawn. You can defeat that one, you can get additional event currency as well.
Justin didn't like, when we were writing the event post, Justin didn't appreciate me using the word slaughter when it came to the pig. I mean, he's food.
It is the year of the pig, right?
Oh, you're right. Oh, that
Lunar New
makes-
Year.
Everything makes sense now. Why we're the
Maybe.
pig.
I don't know.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I just clicked in my head. I was just like, oh, I was like, because we were playing with it and looking at it. I was like, why is it a pig? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was.
Well, the
part of
pig
it.
is from MSP, so.
But it's also the year
Oh,
of the
that's
pig.
true. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's basically Ring of Reckoning. Go ring and wreck.
Go ring and reckon when the update drops on April 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then I'd be happy to show the other event if we want to switch to my machine. So the other new area is the Desolate Mausoleum, similar to the Desolate Tomb. If you receive the quest letter, it will be in your quest journal here. I'll show it here. That's the wrong. Let's open up J. So yes, you'll receive this quest letter here, the writing on the mausoleum walls. You receive a letter from Tokji, a research team analyst from the Xingyun research team, who, if the name sounds familiar, it's because you saw her way back in Act 1 at the Sentinel Coast and then again in the Cinderlands.
Wow.
So now this is a little interesting. There's not a place in the regular game world where you can go find her. So you have to either enter the dungeon through F8 or through Control J, and then the dungeons will show up. So there's essentially two versions of the same dungeon. There is the Desolate Mausoleum, and then there's also a more difficult version called the Burning Mausoleum. They are essentially the same, but one is much more difficult than the others. They're both 6-person dungeons. And there is a daily quest and a dynamic quest related to both. So we'll go to the Desolate Mausoleum. Normally you'd want to party up, but Alajin is flying solo today because he's a lonely boy. And
Is he flying on his carpet?
why did I do that? Let's not do that. Enter dungeon.
Here we go.
There we go.
Moving to dungeon.
So yeah, as was mentioned, there is event currency tied to both, and there are some ways that you can defeat the more difficult version through the event currency and items that are related to the events. So we will show you that as well as soon as we get here.
It's almost there.
Yes, it's almost there. Yeah, I am not going to be fighting the boss. assassin is definitely not my main. That would not be great. So yeah, here's Takchi. You might remember her. And so she will give you the daily quest for both instances. So there's 2 quests. There's some like it desolate, some like it extremely hot. One is for the desolate tomb. The other, like I mentioned, is for the more difficult version, which is the burning mausoleum. And then enter the instance here to show you what it's all about. So there are no mobs in these dungeons. It's pretty much as straightforward as the Ring of Reckoning. It's pretty much straight to the boss.
There's a spooky hallway, though.
There's a spooky hallway. So the boss will look familiar. He is maybe the Infernal Lord, reborn again and all fiery and mad because you defeated him before. So you might remember the Infernal Lord, also known as the Lord of Flame, from the Desolate Tomb. He originally showed up in the Tomb of Exiles back in the Cinderlands. So this is either him again, or maybe it's his big brother or big sister. This guy's not doing well. We're just going to leave him there and hope for the best later. So here he is again, now the Lord of the Inferno. So yeah, maybe it's the same guy, maybe it's the big brother, big sister. Who knows? But she wants to do some research, and obviously she can't do that with this fiery flame spirit guy here, so that's what you get to take care of. Now, if you go into Control J, we can see that the Desolate Mausoleum is here. It's a 6-person, moderate difficulty dungeon, and then the burning version, as we've mentioned, is way up here at the top, and it is quite challenging. So you'll definitely want to party up. Definitely want to.
It recommends 1,300 attack power, but I reckon you're probably going to need quite a bit more than that.
Yeah. You also see that the other event dungeon, the Ring of Reckoning, is way down here at the bottom, but this, I believe, is just for the first instance. When you get to Rage 4, the Sacred Longway is going to be quite difficult. So bear that in mind. But the good news is that the medium version and the easy versions of these bosses drop some rewards, which will let you actually acquire some temporary weapons that can help you face the more difficult versions. And I think Justin can show you that
I have it
on
pulled
his
up
machine.
on my screen over here. So basically, completing the Ring of Reckoning in the Desolate Mausoleum, you'll be able to grab 2 items here, the Longui's Blade and Inferno Forge. Open the transmute window here. You can see that for 1 gold and these 2 items, you'll be able to transmute a Fleeting Forge weapon chest, which lasts 1 hour. Now, this Fleeting Forge weapon chest is a pretty high tier weapon overall. It's on par with very high tier Grand Celestial weapons. So you can see here, you can see the stats, 636 AP, stuff like that.
Not compared to yours, right?
Not even close. But yeah, so I would probably recommend that you do the first 2 dailies first, so you can craft this weapon so you can go attempt the Burning Mausoleum. Because it's going to take basically everything that you have in order to defeat that instance, or the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We also have some other rewards here. Let me show you here, clicked on the wrong thing.
Oh, well, Justin, don't forget there's the 1-day version as well that you can pick up.
That's in the rewards here.
Right.
So if 1 hour isn't cutting it for you, you'll be able to get a 1-day version with 7 Resurgence emblems. In 5 gold, it's a little bit better version of the 1 hour one. It does, however, last an entire day instead of an hour, so.
Yeah, they're essentially the same, slightly better effects, slightly better stats for the 1-day version. So again, the Fleeting Flame is the 1-day version, which you get from Dragon Express, and Fleeting Forge is the 1 hour version that you get from Transmutation. And
full
the
gem
event
slots,
items.
everything. So, bunch of power. If you can't defeat it with this weapon, then I don't know if you're going to be able to do it. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we're not just saying it's difficult because it's difficult. I mean, it is a very difficult event dungeon, especially at the harder levels.
Yeah.
The harder bosses, because they just have so much HP, and they're just much stronger.
Yeah, these are straightforward dungeons. There are no puzzles, there are no mobs. But to reiterate, at the higher tiers, these these bosses are challenging.
Yep, there's
So-
also an achievement for the Burning Mausoleum, which I'll come down here and show you. So at the bottom here, defeat it within 2 minutes, 30 seconds, you'll be able to get another achievement called Fire Runner. Pretty sweet.
And that's for defeating the Unleashed Lord of the Inferno, which is the more difficult version.
Yep. And then I'll show off some of the rewards here. You can see up at the top here is the Resurgence emblem, which gives you some new Lycan's fire wings. They'll probably look familiar because they're based off the previous blue ones, but they're all red and fiery, like the dungeons.
Yeah, like the Thunder Wings, only fiery.
Indeed. Yep, so we'll go through here, show off some of them. Probably imagine that they look pretty similar to
I feel like the
others.
Gon couldn't fly with those wings. Like, he's just too big. Like the Lin, I would buy it. I feel like he couldn't fly, though.
Possibly.
I don't know.
But
What do you
does the
think?
Lin have hollow bones like a normal bird?
Dude.
It's
That
a
was
little
deep.
bit of a
Evolution.
biology lesson here
Evolution.
at Blade and Soul stream.
So yeah, we'll go through some of the other rewards here. You can see the one-day chest that I showed off, Onyx scale. I mean, pretty straightforward. Some nice Hong Moon octagonal gems here.
Grand Celestial chests 1 through 3.
Yep.
And then towards the bottom, you see the other currency, which is the Legendary Orb.
Yep, legendary orb here. You'll see a new outfit, Alpha Agent. Show it off.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, you still have your way.
Yes, the
So slightly similar look to Alpha Hunter, which you may remember. Different coloration, slightly different vibe. It's pretty cool.
it does. It looks pretty nice. I like the metal boot
Yeah.
that goes up. And I like the claws here that's on the Lin. Or the talons? Would they be talons? I'm not sure. It's not a bird though, so
Yeah, I don't know, wolf paws.
biology was not my.
But you
not
knew
my
about the hollow bone thing on birds. That was a revelation.
Indeed. Yep. So we'll go down the list here a little bit more. Do 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 do. And fortune potions at the bottom. Ooh.
Ooh. Love me
Yeah,
some
so-
fortune potions, right?
Yeah. So you can see all the rewards here. Pretty nice. Pretty straightforward. No orbs required for this event.
Wow, Justin.
Yeah, and you don't need anything to enter into the Ring of Reckoning. There's that little altar there, but it doesn't require any currency to enter the instance.
Yep.
Well, thank you both for showing that off. These are two of the actual events that will be going live on April 10th as part of our Legends Reborn events. There's another event that I'm particularly looking forward to because I'm never going to say no to free stuff, basically. It's the Bloomtime Jackpot that will be available for 0 N coin in the Homewood store. And, typical to previous jackpots, you open it, gives you some rewards, and it pops you the next stage. And then, you open it basically every day or every 10 hours if you're going to be there to check that out.
I saw a question here. Yeah, there's a daily lockout on the dungeons once you complete it. But yes, the Bloomtime Jackpot, pick it up on the Hung Moon store for 0 N coin here. Works basically the same as the previous ones. 10-hour cooldown between stages. Super nice rewards. I'm actually going to go through, I have a special version here on the QA client that we have internally. And I'll open up every stage so you can see what we get. Hovering over the nice item here so you can see what stage 1 gives you. But yes, remember there is a 10-hour cooldown.
Yeah. That's not the case here because we have our special version, but yeah, obviously for the most part.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is what stage 1 gave me. You can see all the new, or the ends here on the icons.
Oh, they gave you the gift box. You can show them the gift box.
You can't see chat because it's down in the bottom left, but
You're trying to click it, you're there.
anyway, we'll keep going. We'll keep going through the stages here.
How much of his inventory will he?
Can we take a...
Will he?
At least you have all of it unlocked. I haven't gotten all mine unlocked because I'm too cheap.
Oh yes, the power of GM tools.
A friendly reminder again, we are on our internal QA server where we do all of our testing and showing off today's event preview.
Yeah.
So you can see some interesting functionality that will typically not be on our actual live server. I assure you, Justin does not have a fancy GM weapon on his live character. He just has some scrawny warden. And,
It's on the inside that counts, all right?
what? Oh, yeah, the inside is what counts. Just keep opening those boxes, Justin.
All right, we're going through them.
We're going through
Got to give people time to take screenshots.
Okay, that's fair. Anything
All right,
good?
Stage 7.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Every item is good. Ooh, I got a pet pack here.
Nice.
3 Grand Celestial Wings. Stage 8.
So for the most part, similar functionality to the jackpot events we've had in the past, with some unique items, unique choices, which we will show to you.
Got a Sacred
Ooh,
Vial here.
Sacred Vial, not bad.
Nice,
Onyx
Justin.
scale. All right, and here's Stage 10.
Dun dun dun, drum roll.
That was a drum roll. I don't know if you could hear it. Anyway, here you go.
It was pretty epic within the studio.
It was
I want to
pretty
say.
epic.
I
So-
felt
It echoed
inspired.
through the room.
It did. It rumbled.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
as you can see, we have an outfit selection chest, which has 5 different outfits. There's 2 outfit pouches within the choices, so those will come with the outfit as well as the head adornment. Wonderland, you might remember, is kind of the Alice in Wonderland themed one. Free Spirit comes with the head adornment as well as the outfit.
Yep. Some of these other ones may look familiar. We've had
Mm-hmm.
them available in the past here.
Yeah. So these are existing outfits that we've had in the past.
Can't preview it. That's all right.
Which
So
one you
yeah,
get?
so it's a selection chest. There's no cost for opening it. You just choose whichever one you want, and you get the costume or the outfit pouch, depending on which one you want. And it's your choice.
Yep.
It's not random. And then we also have.
Oh, Justin wants to show the costumes.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm gonna show them the costume.
Yeah, sure.
Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right one.
Don't know if that's the right one.
I can't see the name.
Dark Dignitary.
Here, let me pull up the. Dark Dignitary is one. That's
Yep.
correct. Dayglow is another one. Free
And then
Spirit,
Free
Wonderland.
Spirit, I think, is the other new one here. I'll show it off in a moment. Just gotta look at some nice costumes here. In no particular order.
Long pants for the Lin Mail.
Yeah, it seems like shorts are not as common anymore.
Looks like he's wearing some leather thing.
Now the controversial question is that a good thing
Oh,
or
that's
is that
cute.
a bad thing?
His coat looks like a one of those weird blankets that like your grandma would give you, you know? Padded, kind
The
of.
grandma blanket coat, the new fashion
We should name
trend.
something like that, Brett. I think
We
that's a
could.
great
Grandma coat?
suggestion. Yeah, grandma coat.
Grandma
Grandma's
coat?
As you can tell, it looks quite a bit different on other races here.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of difference actually.
It's shockingly different. He's got a nice hat. Definitely
pretty cool.
protects him from the sun. Whoa.
That was different. I didn't expect that one.
Yeah. Continuing the trend of most female costumes not having pants.
Not having pants.
I kind of like the Lin version. I like
know,
the
the Lin
colors.
version's- The
Yeah,
best.
it's pretty nice.
That was a huge difference between them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the best, but it is good.
I mean, it's pretty cute. I might have to switch my character into Lynn just for the sake of that costume. But for now, maybe not.
But those are the costumes that come from the Bloomtime jackpot.
Yeah, we also have, you can show them or I can show them. We have the heptagonal
Yes.
gem selection chest. So same idea, 4 gems that you get to choose from between obsidians and garnets with the heptagonal standard and dueler versions of both available. Again, it's your choice, it's not random.
Yep. No
So whichever
cost to
one you want, you select it, and when you open the chest, that's what you get. You cannot select more than one.
Sorry, Justin.
I'm a PvP lord, so I'm going to go and get this one.
PvP Lord. Wow.
100% win rate.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justin.
And then we also have the Bloomtime gift, what is it? Gift chest, gift box, excuse me, which I think you have next to the. If you want to It's right next to the
Oh,
owl.
this
Yep.
one?
Uh-huh.
Yep, so this comes from all 10 stages. As you can tell, I have 10.
So guaranteed, some guaranteed items, and then some random items as well that you can get from that. So all in all, not a bad haul through the jackpot, the Bloom Time
Not at all.
jackpot. Yeah.
For 0 income. Bunch of crazy items here.
You guys are hilarious. I look forward to it. There's no doubt about that. I know I'm a hoarder. Like Justin knows, he's going through all my mail pages. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? What am I gonna do with this? And it's like, why do you still have this? I'm like, I don't know. I just still have it. So.
The memories, the
Sure.
emotional value?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, if we need an intervention or anything, I guess Justin will have to let me know because you probably.
I'm pretty bad when it comes to hoarding.
No, I could be a hoarder too. I understand.
So, the events seem a little straightforward. They're very, very straightforward. But one of the things that's also coming with this event update is the skill balance and skill changes. God, I just feel like there's another word there. Skill balance and skill changes are coming, basically, on the April 10th update. And we're also going to have the Warden and Gunslinger changes that was previously mentioned in our forums, and when we're going to fix that.
Yeah, so the issue at the moment where Warden and Gunslinger skills aren't quite working with some weapons is going to be fixed in the next update.
Right on. Yeah, it took us a little longer to update this because, we updated the game earlier than some of the other regions, and we knew it was important, but at the same time, we have a lot of skill updates and balances. We're basically caught up to Korea's March 20th skill update balance patch as well, so there's a lot. Me and Justin were basically working on these patch notes yesterday, and Brett was working on that too, honestly.
Yeah, there's a lot of people looked at the patch notes.
There's quite a bit.
There's with so many classes too,
It's
right?
like 4,000 words.
I think it's like 13
3 to
pages
4.
of text.
Yeah, just about, it was like, with 9 billion classes, that thing is going to be like 14 pages, right? So it's going to be really good reading material, and it's really hard. It's going to be really hard for us to kind of go through all of these skill changes because they're so minute in some of them. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's like overhaul to the class like we've done with class specialization. So a class like Warden is going to have significant balances and changes to that. Along, Force Master has some interesting changes as well, mostly to the PvE Soul Shield's damage stats, and that's being redistributed. And that'll be noted in the skill change notes as well.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And just because there's a lot of questions on this, we are not getting the 3rd Blade Master specialization on the 10th. I know a lot of
Not
people
yet.
keep asking. It's not coming. We'll have it in the future.
Yeah.
Brett's working on that right now, but
We
he's not going
are-
to tell us when that's coming out. That's fair.
I don't know that I know.
Yeah, I don't think he actually knows. I don't think any of us really knows. I mean, we kind of have an idea when it's coming, but we'll make those announcements in the meantime.
Those-
While we are working on
TBD.
TBD or NC soon, as I like to say.
NC soon.
It's always a good one.
Wow.
So while we're still working on launching this particular event update, Brett's already 2 patches ahead, or God knows how many patches ahead, because you just got to get a head start on rewriting a lot of those and
There's good things
determining-
coming. There's good things coming.
And somehow we always find like, oh my goodness, there's still so much to do, and I just feel like we just launched the last update, and we kind of did.
Yeah.
And still coming off of that because
Yeah.
those were some really hectic times.
And by the way, thank you so much to everyone in the community who's been exploring, let's look at the talents and the new specializations and how they work together, and who's posted information on that. We've seen videos on Twitch and YouTube. We've seen posts in the forums. So thank you to everyone that's really been sharing their knowledge about, this is what I've been doing after level 60. These are the talents that I like to choose for my class, that sort of thing. Really helps make the community learn together and helps us all grow together. So thank you to everyone that's been doing
Yeah,
that.
the theory crafting has been pretty great.
Yeah, and that was obviously a huge update for everyone. So
It's helped me quite a bit as well, because with all the Warden changes and stuff like that, and I made a new Warden, I was like, what do I need to do? So there was a bunch of threads, Reddit posts, things like that were quite insightful.
absolutely, yeah. So shout
when
out to the
I-
community for all the info.
And I started playing my Warden again. It was kind of nice in that sense because, it allowed me the opportunity to start over, right? It's like, okay, I'm kind of learning with everybody else. So still getting used to the class a lot, but I feel like I got kind of it down, but I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna admit it, guys. I'm not a very good gamer. It's just not. It's not in my. It's not in my dexterity. You know, it's always been pretty bad in that sense for me.
Well, that's all right.
Well, thanks, Justin. I appreciate
There
that.
are a lot of good gamers, and there are a lot of bad gamers. So
I fall into the latter category, unfortunately. But I do have fun, and I think the most important thing of all is to have fun with games. So,
indeed,
okay.
Have fun.
So we've kind of slightly covered skill balance. There's a lot of changes come in, some big balances to Warden, some interesting updates to Force Master, and all the other classes. Everybody has a little bit of everything.
Yep.
So that's why it's going to be really long and a lot to read. And then we also have dungeon and raid changes. We lowered difficulties. We've added the special buffs to them for some of the normal and hard mode dungeons.
Yep. So overall, I have a list here. Overall, some raids and dungeons are going to be, they are going to have a lower difficulty for hard modes. And just going through the list here, for the raids, there's going to be Temple of Illuvium, Scion's Keep, Nightfall Sanctuary. In dungeons, there's going to be Ransacked Treasury, Shadow Moor, Ghostly Theater, and Brood Chamber. And to come along with this, there's going to be some new telegraphs that are displayed on the ground. The rewards aren't really being changed, so it's not like the rewards are being nerfed with the bosses or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream Song Theater's included in that as well. Oh, you maybe said, yeah. I think you covered it. Never mind. Never mind.
3 new achievements for the raids, and I know, Brett, you were working on those. What was it, the Raven King Time Challenge? Down with the king. Defeat within 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, so we've added some time challenges for the 3 major raids, the 3 major bosses. So there's one for defeating the Raven King within 2 minutes 30 seconds. That is the achievement that we're calling Down with the King, and it gives you the title King Killer if you can do that. Same sort of thing for the Hive Queen. If you can defeat her in 3 minutes 20 seconds, you will get the achievement Down with the Queen and the title Queen Killer, which sounds like some commentary on like the band Queen or something,
Yeah,
but that's
a little bit.
that's not what it is.
you sure?
And then for the Grand Celestial Emperor, who's obviously one of the more difficult bosses, if you can defeat him within 6 minutes 20 seconds, there's the new achievement Emperor's Executioner, which grants the title Revolutionary.
Oh,
so
man.
some time challenges
pretty
for
cool.
those bosses.
You just kind of read that like right off the top of your head. That was amazing, Brett.
I may have had a cheat sheet.
He has paper.
Well, it doesn't help. I mean, it also helps that you wrote everything, right?
Well,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
my team. Yes,
yeah.
we-
You and your team wrote everything. And we definitely want to thank everybody on the localization team as well. You know,
Indeed.
it's
For
not,
sure.
Brett's not a one-man show. He has a team. He works with a team.
Team Elton N, what up?
That's right. There we go. Shout out. So we have 2 normal mode dungeons that receives the extra confidence buff and realm mastery buff, and then we have 8 hard mode dungeons that receive realm mastery buff that reduces damage, increases
Damage received.
damage received. Sorry, received. Oh well, that was written really weirdly. And attack power thing. What was that? I don't appreciate that, Justin. I'm putting
I'm
that on
sorry.
your review for your New Year's review.
Rip.
So we had so on the notes here, what we're going to talk about, and somebody's asked about it in chat. We have the new raid reward chest.
Yeah, so if you would like to head over to my screen here, I just kind of whistled when I said screen, that was weird. So the drops that come from the dungeons in raids that you know previously, is there a list here? Oh, okay. So some of the accessories that you're familiar with dropping from the bosses, they're not going to drop any longer. Instead, there's going to be these chests here that drop. Like you can see the Darkstorm necklace chest. This will drop in lieu of the previous drop. Everybody will be able to bid on this item specifically, and then the person that wins it, they'll be able to open it up, and it'll give them another chest specific for the class that they're on. So you can see here, I have a Force Master's Raven necklace chest. Inside of this chest, I'll be able to pick whichever one that I would like.
So there's one for each specialization within
Yep.
your specific class.
So this just eliminates some of the
general frustrations with,
Right.
your item dropping or not dropping and having to run it numerous times. It's just kind of one collective box. You win the box, and you pick your reward from the box.
Yeah.
We should put more boxes in boxes.
I don't think the programmer is like that. But anyway, I'll open up some of the other ones here.
So the chests are class specific, and then when you open it, you get to choose which specialization you prefer.
Yep. Pretty easy, straightforward. So let those bidding wars go on. If somebody's going to bid a couple thousand gold on an accessory, let me know. I'll join your party.
Bidding wars and hoarders. I feel like we've talked about we have like a few reality show ideas going by accident this
I
morning.
like that.
Which mystic badge?
I'm going to go with,
The
I'm
age-old
going to close my
question.
eyes and click this one.
No, not even, dude. You just kind of clicked the first one. Did he really close his
I
eyes?
my
I didn't
eyes were
see.
closed.
I was.
Chat, can you tell me if he actually closed his
I
eyes?
was
'Cause
eyes
I
on the
wasn't looking
screen,
at
I
him.
didn't know.
Whatever, Justin. That's great. Well, yeah, so I mean, that kind of simplifies things. It's not like a big, super duper change, but something that hopefully will make your life a little bit easier.
Yeah,
when it
it'll
comes to
streamline the process
rolling
for you with it.
your items.
Indeed.
Okay, well, chat's letting me know your eyes were closed and you just didn't kind of, let me pick the first one. Well, thank you very much for your answers, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so we've already put out the items and systems changes article, which goes into detail some of the major things that are happening with this.
Yep,
It's
so
not
go
just
read it.
events. It's the overview. We have the event overview too. That went out live today. So while I think we did a very thorough discussion of the events, nice and long. I know some of you guys probably got a little sleepy during that process, but if you don't feel like rewatching or you want some more clarity, head over to the news article that we have out for the events. All those details are actually in there as well.
And you can throw us any questions that you have. We'll try to get them answered if we can.
Oh, Justin's very sweet. He works really hard in getting a lot of answers. And sometimes we can't get those answers because we don't have those answers. But
That's true.
thank you, Justin. Additional changes, we have our MSP changes, Midnight Sky Petal Plains. Dailies being moved to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yep.
And then you get double rewards for defeating the Sacred Longui between Friday 6 a.m. and Monday 6 a.m. server time.
Yep. It's just, a lot of people are online at that time.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
it's a good opportunity to, actually get in on the action and get some bonus rewards along with that.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, that was good. I like that. That was good.
That was not very good, but thank
Puns
you.
are always good.
Yeah.
Puns are always good. I don't like them in particular, but I think I don't know.
How can you
I'm
hate
just not.
puns?
I'm just not a pop culture kind of person, so it's pretty bad for
They
me.
don't even have to be about pop. It's all right. You know what?
Well, thanks, Justin.
We'll have a discussion about
Anyway.
this later.
Okay. It's not about me. It's about you guys. Sorry. We also have a note we have new challenge mode costumes. Dreamcatcher Dormant, Dreamcatcher mats. Oh no, sorry, they're not new, but they can be purchased from the Tower Trader Kangcha with Brood challenge tokens.
Yep, they're customizable.
Custom-
Tailor shoppable.
Tailor shop,
shoppable?
that's right.
Yeah.
Is that the right one? All right.
Yeah.
Tailor shoppable.
If they have custom in front of the name, they are the tailor shop version.
Oh, right
So,
on. There we go. So no, they're customizable now.
Yep.
And due to popular request, Shackled Isles new season is starting on April 10th.
Yep.
So
Some of the rewards have been updated also. I can't really show you in game because we don't technically have a season on our internal server. But the rewards are being changed a little bit. And
If we switch to my screen really quick, there is a costume tied to the Shackled Isles season. It's a 60-day costume that will be given to any of the top 100 players. So Alagin is sporting it here, similar to the Cold Soldier costume, if I recall, that we've had in the past. So I can briefly show what it looks like for other races. And so yeah, this is a 60-day costume that will be tied to the season and is available to the top 100 players based on ranking, I believe.
Nico said top 100.
I might like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Those
pretty
physics.
Those physics.
So you're already teasing the costume by wearing it. Well, thank you, Brett.
Sure.
Perks to people's curiosities, and I think it is a very nice costume. I don't even know what costume I'm wearing in game right now, honestly.
So go get your shackled isles on.
Yeah, and this costume is called Unshackled because you get it from the shackled.
Because it's no longer shackled. It's no longer imprisoned in the... Let's move on.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate the attempts, and it's always fun being here with you. And I know, sorry, I go off topic sometimes, but let's show a little character, right?
Yeah.
All right. All the chat's ha-haing at me, so I appreciate that. Is there anything else we want to cover in today's stream? Is that basically it? That kind of summarizes all of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not as big of an update as the previous update.
Sure, yeah.
So,
I don't think there's ever been an update as big as the last update.
yeah, that's true.
If there has been, it's been a while.
The last update, I feel like we're still riding on that a bit. Maybe that high, the low, I'm not even sure how to describe
Yeah.
it. But yeah, this is not, like, oh my God, significant game changers, but there's enough content here to keep you busy. The events are here to keep you busy, to give you new ways to do the things you've been doing, new rewards, and also the skill changes that are coming, skill balance changes, along with some minor system item changes, all that good stuff. So just a friendly reminder, do finish out your current events, upgrade your Blossoming Soul, your Awakened Raid, collect all those nice rewards. And we also have the new launcher. I know many of you have already downloaded that, experienced some interesting things with it, but at some point we will no longer support our old launchers, so be sure to download it, update, upgrade, and all that jazz. The new launcher is kind of snazzy in the sense that you can see all the Blade and Soul news immediately on that launcher without having to, switch back and forth and stuff like that. Quick things. I know many of you have been asking about Unreal Engine 4. That is happening sometime soon. NC soon. That's really the best thing I can really say. Last stream, Nico was on, and he had the preview. He had the chance. Excuse me. He had the opportunity to see it in Korea and the works. And then I know Korea also released that new video that kind of shows some of the neat features.
Teased it a little bit.
I'm sorry.
It teased it a little
Yeah,
bit.
it teased it a little bit.
A lot of particle effects.
Everybody loves particle effects. I learned. Anyways, I'm not going to go into that story.
All right.
Mentioned earlier, Blade Master 3rd Spec is not coming in this update. It's coming soon. Brett's working on it and working on a bunch of other stuff that he won't be able to tell us just yet. He doesn't even know the release date, so that's good because Brett can't spoil it on the internet before the rest of us. I'm just kidding. Brett's a good guy. We like Brett a lot.
I keep seeing two questions come up a lot. There are no badge fuses coming in this update. We'll have news for that in the future. And a lot of people keep asking about Hongmoon gem powders. The dev team is exploring solutions for that. So once we have confirmation on how they're going to be obtainable in game, we'll give out that information as soon as we have it. But not in the next update. Not on the April 10th update.
Not on April 10th. Sorry, folks. Well, first off, again, I want to thank you guys for being on stream today and being patient with all of us.
You're welcome.
I'm going going through the event mechanics, rewards, all that good jazz. Download the new launcher, complete the current events, and please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch if you haven't already. I'll look forward to the Legends Reborn dropping April 10th. Thank you all in chat. Had a great time, and we will definitely see you guys again soon.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Bye.
Friday!
Happy Friday, unless you have to work this weekend.
Are you working this weekend?
I'm not.
All right then.
Happy Friday to me. I'm just